Hey everyone, welcome back to Infinite Explorers. I'm Matt, and today we're taking a deep dive into how different focal lengths completely change the look and feel of your photos. We've got 4 lenses in the bag, one amazing model, my wife Sarah, and a Sony A7R V to bring it all together. We'll be shooting in 2 totally different environments, a fairground grandstand with strong lines and open space, and a wooden nature area with more depth and layers. Let's talk gear first. Here's the lineup of lenses. We have a Viltrox 16mm f1.8 ultra wide, light-ish and bright, great for environmental portraits, landscapes, and storytelling scenes. It weighs 550 grams, so not too bad. Next we have a Sony 24-70 f2.8 G Master 2 lens, a versatile workhorse. It's tack sharp, fast autofocus, and a staple hybrid for shooters. It weighs 695 grams. After that, we've got the Sony 35mm f1.4 G Master lens. This is one of my all-time favorite focal lengths. It's got a natural perspective, creamy bokeh, and phenomenal sharpness. It only weighs 524 grams, so that's pretty light. And finally, we have the Sigma 105mm f1.4 art lens, the bokeh beast. It's got compression for days, insane detail, and it's made for creamy headshots or isolation in cluttered backgrounds. This one is a tank. It weighs 1,750 grams. Alright, we're starting at this open fairground grandstand. Lots of leading lines, open space, and a strong horizon. Let's see how each focal length handles this environment. First up, the Viltrox 16mm. Alright, so as you know, 16mm is super wide. So as I get up close to Sarah here, you can see this will automatically focus on her eyes. So we'll get up nice and close, do some photos here first. And one wide angle. One more. At 16mm, you get 0 compression. Sarah looks further away than she actually is. The background feels expansive, almost dramatic. It's great for storytelling, but not flattering for tight portraits. Next, we've got the Sony 24-70. I'm starting at 24mm first. We'll do a couple right in here. Real smile. Couple full body. All right, and then we're gonna do a few up at 70mm. So this is gonna show a lot of compression here. So if I go up close, perfect. And then we're gonna do a few of these at 24mm as well. There's not a whole lot of difference from the 16mm that we just shot with. Zooming to 70mm, now we're compressing the background more. Sarah pops from the background and the whole image tightens up. All right, the 35mm is on. This is one of my favorite lenses for portraits. The bokeh is amazing, and to me, it's a very good range at 35mm. The prime makes it super sharp. So we're gonna take a few photos here of Sarah. And then we'll do a few just like the other ones from the same angle. And up close. And a couple more up close. What do you guys think of the 35mm? To me, it is amazing. Using the Sony 35mm allows you just to hit the perfect sweet spot. It's wide enough to show the environment, but at f1.4, we get that pop of separation with the incredible corner-to-corner sharpness. Notice how Sarah stays crisp, even wide open, and the background melts away just enough to keep the focus on her. Now, compression heaven. We've got the Sigma lens on now. This is a 105mm prime lens. And as you can tell, you have to have some distance between you and your subject. So we'll take a couple photos here. I'm guessing I'm back a good 30 feet, maybe 40. I'm gonna come up a little bit closer. I went up about half the distance to get some waist up photos. This lens is tack sharp. I've had it for about a year now. The background feels pulled in on the Sigma 105, almost like it's closer to Sarah than it really is. Lines in the background flatten out. You lose sense of the depth, but gain an ultra dramatic, intimate look. And the sharpness, it's absolutely insane. Even her eyelashes are tack sharp at f1.4. All right, we're at our second location, which is a park. So they took down a lot of trees here recently, but we're still gonna make it work. We'll show you guys a lot of depth with these lenses, comparing from 16 millimeters to 105. So we got my wife Sarah here as the model of the day. So we're starting right now with the Viltrox 16 millimeter f1.8 lens. So this lens is really not a portrait lens, but you can get some cool effects with it depending on what you're looking to do with it. So we'll show you guys that now. All right, so as we come up close, you can see here, it can make people's faces look wider than they actually are. So right now the lens is probably 5 inches from her face, but this is a waist up shot, and then we'll go back to full body. So right now it looks like I'm far back away from her, but I'm probably only about 6 or 7 feet away. So this is a very wide angle lens. All right, and then next we're gonna be switching to the 24 to 70 millimeter f2.8 G Master 2 lens. All right, next up we are at 24 millimeters, so we're gonna lighten this a little bit since it is a 2.8, not a 1.8 or a 1.4 lens. We'll try something right about there. So this is at 24. And then we'll do 70. So you can see a lot more compression at 70 millimeters. And we're back way up. And then we'll do a couple with a different pose as well. So back at 24. And 70. All right, we are at 35 millimeters at f1.4, ISO 100. And a full body. All right, we've got the Sigma 105 at f1.4. Also a very awesome portrait lens. The compression on this one is amazing, especially when there's a lot of trees in the background. Then they don't look like a bunch of things sticking out of her head. Look at that. Can't even tell if there's trees back there. All right, so next up, we're gonna review some of these photos and we will show you guys the differences from 16 millimeter to 105. Now we're going to go over a comparison of all of the lenses. The same distance to the subject, the same aperture where possible. Look at the face shape, background scale, bokeh quality, and overall sharpness. With the 16 millimeter, there's no compression at all. There's a lot of distortion, but it's good for storytelling. The 35 offers a balanced look, good separation, and it's great for portraits and street photography. When you take the 24 to 70 millimeters, you get natural compression and flattery begins here. Then when you go up to 105, you get maximum isolation, drama, and bokeh. So, what's the best lens? That depends entirely on what story you're trying to tell. If you want dreamy, compressed portraits, go long. And if you want context and space, go wide. But here's the thing for sure. The Sony A7R V gives each of these lenses room to shine. That 61 megapixel sensor doesn't lie. Every flaw, every sharp line, it's all there. If you like this deep dive, hit that like button and subscribe for more camera gear and travel content. And make sure to drop a comment on what's your go-to focal length and why. And if you want to see how we use these lenses while living on the road, check out our next video. Thanks for watching.